What up, everybody? Shout out to y'all, first of all, for being here. Whether this is the first time you listen or the 30th time you listen, shout out to you because this is episode 30 of. I don't know what that little move was. I guess y'all can see I'm in a good mood today. But this is episode 30 of the Sexual Intellectual Podcast. And we're going to get all the big topics out the way. So first, y'all already know Trump got indicted. I'm coming straight out swinging with the big guns. All right? Y'all already know Trump got indicted. Oh, but if this is your first time listening, you don't know who I am. I should introduce myself. I apologize, new listeners, viewers. I am JD, aka He Who Pods. And now, back to what I was saying. So y'all already know Trump was indicted. A grand jury has decided that Trump needs to be put on trial and go to the slammer. And so, yes, this ties back to the Stormy Daniels stuff. I think everyone knows this already, but that happened. I don't have any feelings of excitement or torment or yay or nay because really nothing has happened yet, except they decided that they're going to try him for this situation. And so that's it. I'm just reporting that, even though you already know that, just getting that out the way. I don't really want to discuss that yet. As things happen, maybe we will. But for now, nothing really to say there because everyone knows. It's on every website. It's on every news outlet. Everybody knows. So let's move on. I have been waiting to talk about the TikTok ban because it was a big old hoopla, but lots of it was just hearsay. A lot of it was just people kind of, throwing out ideas and what ifs and hypotheticals. And so you may or may not know, but the CEO of TikTok flew to the United States and sat with Congress. And so he was asked questions and he said things and all of that is cool. Here is what happened afterwards. And that's why I got the specs on so I could read y'all this little bit here. Got it all ready here. And so, bam, this is from Routers. I like Routers, one of the sites I like. And so this says, Republican Senator Rand Paul blocks bid to ban Chinese-owned TikTok. That's right. That's what it says here. That's the headline. Now let's read. Bam. Republican Senator Rand Paul on Wednesday blocked a bid to fast-track a ban of popular Chinese-owned social media app TikTok, which more than 150 Americans use, citing concerns about free speech and uneven treatment of social media companies. Quote, I think we should be aware of those who use fear to coax Americans to relinquish our liberties, Paul said on the Senate floor. Back to him being quoted. Every accusation of data gathering that has been attributed to TikTok could also be attributed to domestic big tech companies. Y'all know who he's talking about, right? The Metas and the Twitters of the world. Of the United States. Republican Senator Josh Hawley had sought unanimous consent for a TikTok ban bill. Quote, it protects the American people and it sends a message to communist China that you cannot buy us, Hawley said, adding the app is spying on Americans. Quote again, this quote is from Rand Paul again. Rand Paul says, if Republicans want to continuously lose elections for a generation, they should pass this bill to ban TikTok, a social media app used by 150 people, primarily young Americans. Do we really want to emulate Chinese speech bans? We're going to be just like China and ban speech we're afraid of? Rand Paul was going in, y'all. Rand Paul. And so, yeah, there's some kind of bill being asked. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said last week he expects the House will take up a bill to address TikTok, but the timing is unclear. It is also not clear what the final bill to address TikTok might look like. What else? Boom, 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 boom. Everybody knows who AOC is. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She did a TikTok video saying that a TikTok ban is unprecedented. And she said Congress has not gotten classified TikTok briefings. She said, quote, "It just doesn't feel right to me." And so 3 Democrats in the House of Representatives opposed a TikTok ban, as do free speech groups. Yeah. That's not the important part. Where are we going? Here's the part. Earlier this month, the Biden administration demanded TikTok's Chinese owners divest their stake or face a U.S. ban. Then President Donald Trump's attempts in 2020 to ban TikTok were blocked by U.S. courts. TikTok says it has spent more than $1.5 billion on rigorous data security efforts and rejects spying allegations. And I don't know if y'all saw the video, but I saw the video. And the CEO of TikTok basically was like, hey, listen, people in America are getting their data completely taken by United States social media companies. That is me paraphrasing. That's not the quote. But if y'all saw the video, I thought that was pretty fly because he was busting shots at his competitors. Blackout! Blackout! That's not how guns sound, but that's my version of busting shots in this silly episode because there's a lot of weird stuff going on. So I'm trying to keep the tone of the episode nice, cool, leveled, balanced. So that is really interesting. Also, an honorable mention here for something I would like to talk about soon, but I haven't read enough of. I'm hoping that we can get to talk about it next week. The state of Utah set a limit. I saw it. I saw it. I know I got it here somewhere. Utah social media law. All right. Yeah. Utah this week put legislation in place for restricting how kids can use social media. So I don't know enough about it, but I thought that was worth an honorable mention, and we could talk about it on the next one, hopefully. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, what else I got for y'all? Got something else for y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-dum bum bum. No, that's for later. All right. So on women's health, we take it down to Wyoming. Keeping my phone in my hand. This is pretty political. We're going to end with the fun stuff. So, in the middle of March, Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon signed into law a bill outlawing the use or prescription of medication abortion pills. That was passed earlier this month. Well, now last month by the time you hear this probably, which would be March. So early March. And so Gordon signed the law As a federal judge in Texas considers ordering, wait, what? Gordon, a Republican, signed the law. As a federal judge in Texas considers, ordering, currently there's a judge in Texas, a federal judge is considering ordering a nationwide ban on the abortion pill. I ain't going to try to pronounce that. In response to a lawsuit by anti-abortion groups. The crux of the 2-page Wyoming bill is a provision making it illegal to, quote, prescribe, dispense, distribute, sell, or use any drug for the purpose of procuring or performing an abortion. Woo! The so-called morning after pills, prescription contraceptive medication used after sex but before a pregnancy can be confirmed, are exempted from the ban. Plan B pills is good. Y'all don't worry. Morning after pill, still good for now. Because I told y'all, they're probably going to try to ban those next. But, back to it. The measure also includes an exemption for any treatment necessary to protect the woman from, quote, imminent peril that substantially endangers her life or health, as well as any treatment of, quote, natural miscarriage according to currently accepted medical guidelines. Oh, where's this article from? This is also routers, y'all. I gotta mix it up for y'all next time. This time we're doing a lot of routers. So, violation of the ban is to be treated as a criminal misdemeanor, punishable by up to a 6-month jail time and a fine of $9,000. $9,000. Okay? The measure stipulates that women, quote, upon whom a chemical abortion is performed or attempted shall not be criminally prosecuted. Okay? The governor said he was also allowing enactment without his signature of a separate bill passed by state lawmakers to prohibit conventional abortion procedures except when necessary to protect the health and life of the mother or in case of rape or incest. Exception is also permitted to end the pregnancy if doctors determine there to be a lethal abnormality of the fetus. And so I'm going to stop there, but I told y'all a minute ago that this abortion stuff is going to continue happening because ever since the Roe v. Wade stuff happened, everything is up in the air at this point. And so everything is questionable. Everything is going to be challenged, and states are trying to really, really push their own agendas, and it's getting really, really weird and nasty out here. Speaking of which, we head to New Mexico. And I am your Latin correspondent. I don't even like saying Latin. I'm just trying to keep it silly a little bit. And so, this is ABC News. You see, I switched it up on y'all. Just gotta switch it up on y'all sometimes, man. So, this is ABC News. New Mexico governor signs bill overriding local abortion bans. A New Mexico abortion rights bill is now law after the governor signed the measure to override local ordinances aimed at limiting access to abortion procedures and medications. Okay? Now, New Mexico's governor signed an abortion rights bill, that overrides local ordinances aimed at limiting access to abortion procedures and medications. Reproductive health clinics in New Mexico offer abortion procedures to patients from states, including Texas, with strict abortion bans. The new law also aims to ensure access to gender-affirming health care related to distress over gender identity that doesn't match a person's assigned sex. New Mexico has one of the country's most liberal abortion access laws, but 2 counties and 3 cities in eastern New Mexico have recently adopted abortion restrictions that reflect deep-seated opposition to offering the procedure. The bill, signed by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, overrides these local ordinances. An additional bill working its way through New Mexico's legislation would protect abortion providers and patients from out-of-state interference, prosecution, or extraditional attempts. Okay? I'm gonna stop there. Hey, yo, clap it up for New Mexico. Clap it up for New Mexico. Hey, yo, salute to New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Y'all see the shirt? You know what I'm saying? Listen, you already know if you watch this pod, I'm all for women's rights. I'm all for women's health care. I'm all for choices. You feel what I'm saying? And so y'all know where I stand on this. I say, let the abortions happen. I'm not with the blockade. I'm being silly. I'm not with it. I don't think that these things should be happening. If you watch this podcast, you know I've said it plenty of times before. Women should be allowed to make their decisions. And so banning abortion pills, banning prescriptions, banning procedures, these are the things that I'm against. And so thumbs up to New Mexico. I couldn't get that out for a second. Somebody is hating on New Mexico. It's probably Texas. You know what I'm saying? All right. And now, see if I got something else for y'all. Let me see. I think I got one more piece of news for y'all before we head over to the adult segment, if you will. Let me see. Is there anything else? Let me just check my little pre-pod list. Gotta check the pre-pod list. Because when you don't check the list, that's how you miss topics. Oh, you see, I knew I had uno más. Oh, man, but this is a big topic. I don't want to skim through this one. All right. I don't normally announce next week's topics, but next week we're going to discuss Amazon getting sued because they're using facial recognition in stores and not telling their customers. That's how we probably going to start next week, okay? Amazon is getting sued because they were using facial recognition software in their stores, and in New York, they are being sued because they were not telling customers they were doing this. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. People. Yes. See. That's what happened. We're going to talk about it next week because I have a lot to say about it and a lot of thoughts. And I probably want to read out some of the article, but I'm trying to keep it concise because we hit a lot of topics already. And so, sometimes people like to have a substance or two to help them calm down, to help them woozah, if you will. And so a device that also helps people, or I should say, well, let me reword this. And so sometimes people like to vape to kind of relax, to ease the tension, to kind of just mellow them out a little bit. What you do in your vape is a different conversation, but I'm just talking about the vape itself. It's known as, a device that helps people by taking in some smoke and kind of resetting. And so it's another device that some people use to, reset and relax. And that is a vibrator. And I recently found out that there is now something that some may believe to be the best of both worlds. Vape and vibe. Yes, I didn't know about this. I don't even know if you know about this. If you already knew, please let me know in the comments because this is brand spanking new to me. Even a friend of mine, shout out to Shalonda, she's got something she calls the Kinky Corner. And she sells all types of toys. I never saw the Vibe and Vape in her catalog. And she's got a nice catalog. But there's a device where people who enjoy vibrators will now be able to vape and vibe. And so I will tell you a little bit about this. Okay? Let me pull up this PDF document that I found about the device. And so this device is called the Vaporator. Man, you gotta love the creativity of the human mind. The Vaporator. Why? Because it's a vaping vibrator. A vibrator where you can vape. The Vaporator, folks. That's what we're discussing. The Vaporator. And so, it says here, the Vaporator is sold as a self-contained, fully functioning vibrator. It does not require the use of a vape cartridge or vibrator operation, nor is a vape cartridge included. Once a consumer purchases and attaches a vape cartridge, the Vaporator becomes a vape battery pack. As with all other items, you need to be aware. Oh yeah, they're telling you to watch out for the law. What type of vape cartridge can you attach to the Vaporator? The Vaporator attaches to a 510 thread cartridge. This is a standard cartridge type available in most vape establishments. Okay. Boom. Boom. And the Vaporator is designed for easy operation with push button controls. They have provided detailed instructions, it says. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Boom. It's got all these cool modes on it. USB charger. Yeah. There it is, folks. I thought there was something else here about it. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. And you know, I'm just gonna shout out the company because I think this is super fly. There it says here, Vaporator 20 function smokable vibrator. That's what it says, ladies and gentlemen. 20 function vibrator, 100% medical grade silicone coating, fits a 510 thread vape cartridge, 3 temperature settings. Ooh. It charges in 90 minutes and can run for 90 minutes. All right? And there it is, folks. The Vaporator. Shout out to Maya Novelties for having this, because man, what an interesting device. Who would have thought Slim Shady would be something that you would have bought? Nah, I'm just playing. And so I'm gonna try to put a picture on the screen for y'all as well, because there's super fly HD images available here. But yeah, just Google the Vaporator. If I don't put an image on the screen, or if you're not watching, you're listening, pull up the Vaporator and see for yourself this cool device. I don't vape and I don't use vibrators on myself. I'll leave that like that. I just thought that this was super interesting. Way too interesting to not discuss on the pod. And so sometimes, just like last episode with the vajazzling, sometimes when I get information, I don't gatekeep it. I just come here and pass it right along to the lovely, lovely intellectuals that listen here. Okay? And so that's where we wrap it up. We're going to close out Vape and Vibe just like that. And so, if you vape, if you vibe, let me know. Are you looking forward to the Vaporator? Are you looking to purchase a Vaporator? I'm not selling them. They didn't pay me. This is not an ad. I just thought it was way too interesting to not talk about here. That's it, y'all. Much love. Thank you for listening. Stay curious. Have a great weekend. And I'll see y'all next week.